commentator's curse. We didn't get 5 draws.
And look at that.
Wow.
That it could have been awkward a move or two ago. That I don't know, guys, but
And
that
now
feels
c5
like,
also. c5 coming up, guys. Where is the
Yeah.
bishop going to go now?
Yeah, I think it's king f1, c5, maybe c4, maybe bishop e3. This feels like it's beginning to look too drawish. What was our backup game?
Dudagiri, yes.
Gary? Just get an eye on that, if you don't mind, Var, and tell me if it's worth stealing away or not.
MVL wrapper game is very
Let's stay on
exciting.
this one for a little bit more. The other
Okay.
game is also looks kind of equal,
Dry.
dry, symmetrical. So let's see if we'll have some more development here. So b3 played by Wesley is trying to secure that b2 square for the bishop after the move c5.
Yeah. By the way, I feel like commentator's curse, because just a moment ago, Nasi, you said, are we ever going to see a round where all 5 games are drawn? And I go, no, next round, you know. c5, bishop b2, knight b8. The knight on d7 was no great shakes, I must say. I do like the idea of opening up the rook and bringing the knight to a little bit more freer square, if I can use that term. c5, c4, possibility. Because if you do take knight to b6 and recapturing the pawn, c5, c4 has got my attention. How about you, Nancy? How would you like
I
to play?
think black is completely fine.
Okay.
Because after f6, I think white's advantage, that was the better bishop,
Yep.
is gone. Because bishop is not better than black's knights anymore, in my opinion. So I think Wesley shouldn't take risks here.
Maybe shut it down. Personally, I do like knight d2.
Oh, as I said, Wesley shouldn't take
Take
risks
risk.
because g4.
Well, you did say, I mean, come on, you did say your bishop was getting shut down. So the idea of g4, g5, I think a lot of people would find that compelling, just grabbing some space. I did like knight d2, possibly to reroute the knight to e4. The knight on f3, for me,
I
for
believe
a little passive.
The main reason Wesley's putting pressure with g4 is because Magnus is down to 30 seconds.
Hello.
And Wesley has 2 minutes. So
Hello, that's
why
significant.
Wesley feels like he has a chance now.
Var, that I mean, you said it yourself. You've played a lot, if not hundreds of games with Wesley, and you know when he's ahead on time, he's a monster.
Absolutely, yes. And his time management is excellent here. He's got nearly 2 minutes versus 30 seconds for Magnus. And, you know, now he's got this g5 idea that it's still annoying because he wants to open up the diagonal. In h6 is not going to solve all the problems. Still, he can play the move h4 there. So now Magnus goes king d7.
By the way, I found the move rook d1 to e1 to be ambitious. Probably the best move to begin with, but also a move that says, I want to keep pieces on the board. I want to play for a win.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
now
like
g5
that.
is a good move as well now, creating the weakness
And there
on
you see
f6.
it, captures. The knight on f3 needs a better square immediately. I
No,
love
maybe
this
I was
move. Knight,
completely wrong
No.
about White's position.
Big advantage for white, guys.
Yeah, Wesley
then-
squeezed out a very nice advantage out of that, what I thought was very equal position.
agreed, and you don't see Magnus going down to 5 seconds on the clock. Ooh,
Wow.
seven
If
seconds.
Wesley keeps playing in this style, I think he has a very good chance of converting this.
Oh, and I love this move, knight back to f3. I was arguing that the pawn on f6 was freezing the knight. Now that the pawn is on f5, look at this. It just probing.
Wait, is there rook d1 check now and knight e6?
Love it. Immediate knight e6 as well.
And rook,
But
where does the rook go? f7?
oh, I see. Rook d1 check
Right.
first. Drive the king. Then knight.
Then
I
knight
like it. He's done it. He's from your lips to the chessboard.
Black's
Knight
position is
e6.
very unpleasant.
Oh.
Pawn.
Give me the what a pawn grubber.
It does
Boy.
allow knight d4, however.
Okay, that is counterplay. Oh darn it, that is counterplay.
Magnus loves counterplay. He does have 6 seconds on the clock, and Wesley
That's
has
a
1
pass
minute.
pawn. H-pawns, passers must be pushed. Oh, knight f7 will run into rook h7. Was h4 mistimed, Var?
I think it's fine now. He had to move knight f7 there. That would have been very strong. But here,
Can
Oh,
he pick
he's
up the
winning the
d-pawn
d4
with knight
pawn.
f3?
Yes.
Yes.
Knight f3.
yes, he
if
can
rook
pick
h-
up and he'll be up a pawn, and really good winning chances for Wesley here.
And here we go. We're
We
going to
haven't-
be in a night ending
I don't think
where the
Magnus
weakness.
should exchange.
Oh my gosh, I agree with you. I don't think Magnus should have changed. But D3 was a good move.
Right.
Before White was ready to play King D2 to D3 takes pawn
Very nice.
C4.
Not separating his pawns.
Oh, and look at it. Oh,
I
this
think
should
this
be
is
winning.
Completely winning.
Completely
Wow,
winning
Wesley,
even.
my pick.
Now just B4 and then pick up the second.
And by the way, if Wesley were to win this
Two.
game,
Yes.
he's beating an in-form Magnus.
Right.
I mean,
I
it's
was
not-
just gonna say that to defeat Magnus when he's in form, that's incredible.
Right? That is really, really impressive. Knight E2.
It's still not over, but
The
you
knight is
still
going
have
to be
careful.
coming knight to C3. I was about to say knight C3 to D5 was playing itself, but I remember I was in Oslo for the Fischer Random World Championship, and Wesley just clobbered Magnus in the final championship match, and it reminds me of the form that Wesley held. King G5, and I think Magnus is going to toss in the towel really soon.
Wow. And Wesley just outplayed Magnus completely.
That's exactly right. He really did. There's just no other way of putting it.
We
By the
hear
way,
that Kiri has drawn his game against Duda.
and this-
Won his game against Rich Report.
Talk about a comeback. I mean,
So it wasn't commentator's curse. We didn't get 5 draws.
and look at that.
Wow.